This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. The mayor of South Dakota's second largest city wants to replace an aging Indian Health Service facility. The current hospital is one of several in the region not meeting standards of care. South Dakota Public Broadcasting's Gary Ellenbolt reports.
Rapid City Mayor Steve Allender is working with the Cheyenne River, Rosebud, and Oglala Sioux tribes to seek approval for a new IHS hospital. Siouxsan Hospital is the current Indian health facility for the area. Officials have closed that hospital's emergency wing. Additionally, Siouxsan Hospital has failed to meet standards of care mandated by the Federal Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. One goal Mayor Allender and tribal leaders have is to bring the new facility to a more convenient location near Interstate 90 and closer to bus routes, housing, and recruitment opportunities for students from Western Dakota Tech. The tribes passed resolutions earlier this year to approve the effort for a new hospital. Officials also authorized the Tribal Health Board to manage Siouxsan Hospital in the short term and a new hospital when built. That move is covered by the Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act. The Tribal Health Board would handle day-to-day operations while keeping federal funding due to historical treaty obligations. For National Native News, I'm Gary Ellenbolt.
Social justice issues facing Alaska Native people is the focus of a gathering this week in Juneau. The First Alaskans Institute is hosting the event with community members, advocates, elders, and tribal leaders. Monday's discussion included honoring and protecting Native women. 2 recent cases have impacted the Native community. A 10-year-old girl in Kotzebue went missing and was later found dead. And an Anchorage judge sentenced a man to no jail time after being charged with assaulting a woman. Tlingit and Haida Indian Tribes President Richard Peterson says the Alaska Native community has the power to make change, and one step is by going to the polls.
We're sick and tired of it, right? Are you sick and tired of it? Yeah. You know what we can do to change it? We need to vote. These bad judges, they're elected. That power is in us. It's time to unelect them. We have to vote. We have to be the solution, because they're not. We have to put people in there that represent all of us.
The 2 cases have renewed calls for improvements in law enforcement, the justice system, and public safety across the state. The Social Justice Summit wraps up Tuesday. Meanwhile, officials have charged a 41-year-old man with kidnapping, murder, and sexual abuse of the 10-year-old girl in Kotzebue. Peter Wilson faces 9 charges in connection with her death, Alaska Public Media reports. A funeral was held over the weekend for Ashley Johnson Barr, where hundreds of people showed their support for her family. The Bears Ears case will continue in Washington, D.C. A federal judge ruled Monday cases involving Bears Ears and the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monuments will remain there in U.S. District Court. In addition, the Interior Department must alert tribes at least 48 hours before any ground-disturbing activities take place on disputed land. A number of tribes are fighting to protect Bears Ears in Utah from development. The case is filed against the Trump administration's revoke and replacement of the national monuments. 5 tribes are among those to hold the area sacred, including Ute tribes, the Navajo Nation, Zuni Pueblo, and the Hopi tribe. Attorneys with the Native American Rights Fund say they're eager to move forward with the case and claim the removal of protections of Bears Ears is illegal. I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced at the Annenberg National Native Voice Studios by Kawanak Broadcast Corporation. Funding is by Odawi Law Group, provider of Indian law solutions, and by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, with support from the Public Radio Satellite System.
Support by AARP. AARP creates and connects people to unique tools and programs, helps conserve personal resources, and tackles issues that matter most to individuals, families, and communities. More at aarp.org. For Native Americans affected by domestic violence, the Strong Hearts Native Helpline offers peer-to-peer support and resources. It's safe, confidential, and toll-free at 844-7-NATIVE. Program support by the National Indigenous Women's Resource Center.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.